Hello and welcome back. Dual spoilers suggest Belle will be the next murder suspect. As we know, Rafe worked day and night to find Charlie's killer. Mother-daughter team Sammy and Allie are no longer on suspect list. However, Sammy's sister Belle Black could be the next suspected one. As the old saying goes, keep it in the family. Here's what we know about the story that takes place on NBC's Duel. First, Sammy made a false confession when arrested for the murder. Even with the evidence of gunpowder on his hands and getting caught at the crime scene, Rafe erased his name as the time frame didn't add up. And after all, Sammy was trying to protect his daughter Allie from jail. Watchers of Days of Our Lives soon learned that Allie Horton had not killed Charlie. Salem Police Commissioner Ray Fernandez has made it his goal to find and arrest the killer, as seen on Duel. Just because Charlie was a monster didn't mean he deserved to die. Since Ray's first appearance on Days of Our Lives, many years ago, he always has been on the side of the law and order, but what appeared to be an open and closed case of Charlie's death turned out to be a real mess for Rafe. However, all the lies and cover-ups didn't help Rafe. This only hampered the investigation into the murder of the best in Salem. Recently, Days of Our Lives spoilers showed Rafe to be on both Sammy and Allie, and there was a little red button sticking out of an evidence bag. Now it's a button game. Button. Who lost the button on Duel? And it looks like it's Belle Black. Ultimately, the Days of Our Lives spoilers see them both agreeing not to press charges. But just as Belle left to break the good news to her dad, resident bad daughter Jan made a random comment on Belle's coat. The fashionable red jacket is missing only one button. Maybe Jan has eagle eyes and a fixture, or maybe she knows something about the missing coat clip. Although Jan Spears is supposed to come out of a coma on Days of Our Lives, perhaps the devious psychopath woke up earlier and is involved. Is it too much of a stretch to think that Jan woke up earlier than suspected and planted the button on Belle's coat at the scene of the murder? Then she could have faked her awakening to have an alibi when setting up Belle Black. There have been other wacky intrigues on Duel. Last week on Days of Our Lives, Belle Black confronted old nemesis Jan over the prosecution of her kidnapping charges. Months ago, Jan kidnapped Belle to steal her man, and this infuriated Belle's father, John, so much that he strangled Jan. Without a doubt, Belle and her rival are still upset by these past transgressions. Claire and Jan have a story between them. Both have found a connection between managing mental illness and restoring it. However, poor Claire was duped by Hazel, Jan on Days of Our Lives. Spoilers show Claire is bonded and determined to deal with Jan for everything she's done to her family. So maybe Claire finds out the truth about the missing button. She was furious to learn that Charlie was the one who had violently attacked her cousin Allie. After all, Claire gave her heart to thinking she finally had a relationship worth hanging on to. Some Days of Our Lives watchers believe it was Claire herself who killed Charlie. Thanks for watching. Goodbye and see you again.